Emily Shilson, your junior world champion. How are you feeling right now?
I feel awesome. That was a lot of fun. I came into this tournament not really knowing what to expect. I just always tell myself that I'm the best in the world, but this is my first time ever wrestling at Junior Worlds. My first year of junior eligibility, I wasn't even big enough to wrestle. In my second year, I lost in the finals of the trials after winning the first match, and then last year got taken away, as it did to everyone because of COVID, and so it felt really good to get this one.
You said you weren't sure what to expect. How would you rate yourself at this tournament? What did you think of your opponents?
They were good. My first two matches were really tough. They were both really strong, and I know the Belarus girls wrestled on the senior level quite a bit. The Russian girl wrestled at Cadet Worlds a few years ago, and then my semis match, India, I've wrestled her 3 times now, and this girl from Mongolia, she's been in my bracket a couple times, so I did have some confidence coming into this tournament knowing who was in the bracket, and I'm glad everything worked out.
The gut wrench looked great in the finals, helped you put that match away, and some others made a big difference in those matches. Talk about that move, where you developed it, and your game plan using it.
I'm from Minnesota, and Minnesota's known for the gut wrenches in their Greco, and the gut that I hit in that match was a little bit different than the gut that I've been doing my entire life, and so I've developed that in the last few months, and so it was cool to see it pay off in the finals.
Word on the street is you're heading to World Team Trials next month. What are some things you're taking away from this tournament that you'll use to try to get that spot?
I need to move my feet more. I just need to have more motion overall. That'll help me against anyone that's bigger or stronger, especially since I'm going to be wrestling up a weight at the trials, and so I think just a lot of movement.
You mentioned a couple years ago you didn't make the team. You fell in the finals, and then last year obviously was taken away. What were some things that you worked on between that loss and the junior trials finals to now?
I've been working a lot in the weight room, getting bigger and stronger, and the last few months I've had my brother help me a ton with my strength training. His name's Tyler. He's such a huge part of my wrestling career, and it's so great to have my family so involved in my wrestling, and it's just something I can always rely on. I can always rely on my family. It's just loyalty, and they're never going to turn their back on me.
Expand on that a bit. Your dad's in your corner at all of these tournaments. What's it like having him coaching you?
It's so awesome. I know I always have someone I can go to, and he's been there every step of the way. He's been my coach ever since I started wrestling, I think 15 or 16 years ago. I don't even know anymore. But it's so awesome having my family right there with me.
You mentioned the Senior Worlds, and then it's going to be college season again, and you get to be an NCAA athlete. Talk about how exciting it is to be part of an NCAA program and women's wrestling coming to more and more programs as we go.
It's so much fun to be part of a sport that's growing so fast. Even when I was just starting high school and in my later years in high school, there weren't a ton of wrestling programs. There weren't any colleges in Minnesota that offered women's wrestling, and now it's so cool to see it explode all across the country.
And shout out your school, Augsburg, right?
Augsburg University. Yep.
All right.
Who are some people that you want to thank?
I can thank everybody. There's so many people that helped me along the way. Sam Schmitz, he's been in my corner every match at this tournament, and he was in my corner at both my Cadet Worlds. And my dad, obviously, Chad Shilson, he's in my corner every single match. My college coaches back home, Chuck Jacobs, my dad, and Jake Short. My club coaches from Pinnacle Wrestling, Brandon Paulson, Jared Lawrence, Matt Ryder, and Jake Short again. The other women's national development coaches, Jess Medina, Erin Vandiver, and Emma Randall. She was at our training camp in New York leading up to this. And of course my dad, who's right here, my brother Tyler at home, my mom, she's watching back at home, and it's so awesome to have such a great community behind me. And of course everyone else that's watching and that has reached out to me. It's so awesome.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
World champ, good job.
Thank you.